Note to self, my camera can only take so long video. So here's the O2 sensor, right? It's actually a little bit dirty, but so far so good. So we might actually end up cleaning this up a little bit before we put it in the new ones, but overall it looks good. Everything's intact. So we're gonna put this one on its correct side of the bike, and then we're gonna take the other one off, and then repeat the process on the other side. So let's do that. So I could clean this up now. I have sandpaper so I can lightly clean it, but I don't want to, go crazy. And like I said, I mean, there's really no point because it's not going to be used for a while. So until then, I think we'll just hook it back up. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this old one, and I put, let's see if I can I zoom in? I can't zoom in on this mode, it's just lame. I put electrical tape on it to protect it. I'm glad I did because something could have happened in all the chaos of everything. So now we're going to go ahead and pull this tape off. And I always would electrical tape connections that I'm not using, because if I do decide to use it in the future, no crap will get in there and they'll be protected and safe from water and other elements that may damage them. Although they may technically be waterproof, I always like to be sure everything's good. So there's all that. All that in the gerbil. So here it is. So now we're going to replug it in. So make sure this tab lines up with the dot. You'll hear a click. Be nice in there. And then now we can clip this back on. So we're going to go ahead and kind of mess around with this a little bit. So we don't want this to get in the way of the gas tank, obviously. So we're going to pull this back a little bit and kind of make it so that this clips right. Right there. You don't want to do it too hard, but you just want to make sure that it's on there nice and good. So now it's on there, it's not in the way of anything, and it looks really good, right? So now the O2 sensor can easily reach into there. In fact, it can actually reach in there a little too easy. So these I don't think were meant to go right here. I think these actually were meant to go kind of downwards. So we're actually going to push this in even more, and we're actually not going, because the O2 sensors are going to be right here instead of down here, we're actually going to leave this a little bit of slack here, and we're just going to leave it like that, and then we'll clean this up later on if needed be. But that's what we're going to do with the first one. Then we're kind of just going to hang it in like this so we do not forget it, and then we can zip tie these two together when we put them in to the bottom, so that way it looks good. So let's get the next one. Okay, the next one's the identical process. We're going to take it off this and make sure everything looks good. Now, I did notice there is a little ring in here. It's movable. I don't know if you can see it or not. Make sure that's okay. I'm pretty sure it doesn't necessarily matter 100%, but I would still make sure that everything looks good on this, because if it's not, we're probably going to have to replace some of it. This one already has a clip on it, so that's good. Keep that on there. So then now, kind of rinse and repeat this. God, I went a little too good with this tape. Ooh. I was not letting dust in, that's for sure. Okay. Now that that's all good, now we can go ahead and clip these back into each other. Now those are clipped back in. We can actually now clip this back in. There's a little piece of metal that sticks out of the motor. This actually just clips back onto. It's very hard to miss. And that looks very good. So now we can run this over the tube down to there. We can actually clip these together with this clip that was left on from this. That way, they're both ready to go. Okay. So that kind of connects them and kind of pigtail it. So now these are two ready to go right where the new exhaust is going to be. And we'll clean up a little bit more as needed, but that looks really clean and it's not in the way of anything else we're doing also. So that's the best part about it. So now this is completely useless. I can either throw this away or save it in case of emergency, but yeah. This is the Kohler Reap exhaust. Ripped exhaust. Yep, so now we're going to throw the exhaust back in the corner here. So it's out of the way. And then now, we're going to go and do everything. So let's go off the list. We disconnected both the servo motors, so now they are available for us to be able to disconnect them. I will. Made sure that the only area that needed to be cleaned was down by the chain. We re-put back on the sensors from the stock, and we were able to actually sand this down, which is good. Everything else looks good on this side. Nothing more work needs to be done. Everything is still looking really good. So that's about almost everything we're gonna do for this video. I will put this on that, do a light coat, and then I may spray that one more time, or I might leave it 50-50. I haven't decided yet. But so that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna take a picture of it, and then we'll see how it looks, and I will add it into the edit later on in the video. But that's all we have. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.